Well, hello there guys, it's Kid Bombing here. I'll be your storyteller on this video. So I'm so glad you're here to join me on this brand new video. And welcome to my channel, and some of you know me already, so also welcome back to my channel. So I'll be doing another read it out for you guys. So first of all, let me show you a book I've got that I've got to read to you soon. I have got, so some of you quite familiar with, is Walt Disney's Dopey Gets Lost, which is inspired by this, with our first 4/9 animated classic Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. This is published by Disney's Wonderful Reading and Green Book Edition. Some of you are quite familiar with this book publications. So, shall we begin? Read this book to you. Now, what I intend to do, I'm going to read by words and show some pictures from each page. Okay? Shall we begin? Sit back, relax, and enjoy. One day, 7 little men set out for their house in the forest. There were, for 7 dwarfs, 6 carried the things that they needed in their work at the diamond mine. 1 picked flowers along the way. That was Dopey. The dwarfs came to the smaller door in the mountainside. Grumpy opened the door with a key. The dwarfs went into the mine. No one looked back. No one saw that someone was watching them. Inside the mine, it was very dark. The dwarfs lit lanterns and went to work. No one saw that someone was peeking in the door. All day long, the busy dwarfs chopped rocks from the walls. Sleepy took the rocks away. Grumpy chipped diamonds from the rocks. At the end of the day, Sneezy and Doc put the diamonds in the box. Then the 7 dwarfs left the mine. Grumpy locked the door. Let me carry the key, said Dopey. Here, said Grumpy. Take good care of it. A man watched Dopey took the key into his boat, and the man saw Dopey drop his flowers and chased off the butterfly. The butterfly flew onto Dopey's nose. Dopey was very surprised. When the butterfly flew off, Dopey followed it, and the man followed Dopey over the hill, over the dell, and into the forest. Dopey never lost sight of the butterfly, but he did lost sight of the other dwarfs. Deep in the forest, a stranger came up to Dopey. You look lost, the stranger said. Why don't you come with me? I know the way to your house. Dopey happily followed the man. Soon they came to the small house. This is my house, the man said. Why don't we stop and have a bite to eat, said the man. You must be hungry. Dopey was hungry, so he followed the man into the house. The man served a delicious dinner. Dopey ate so much that he fell fast asleep. Now it's my chance, said the man. He took Dopey's key and ran off. At the house of 7 dwarfs, 6 little men sat down to dinner. They were hungry too. Wait, cried Doc. There's an empty chair. Someone is missing, Grumpy said. I'm not missing. Let's eat. Dopey is not here, said Doc. Maybe he went back to the mine for something, said Grumpy. He has a key. so the 7 dwarfs returned to the mine. The door to the mine was standing open. Dopey must be inside, said Doc. Let's sneak in and surprise him. But Dopey was not in the mine. Instead, there was a stranger, and he was stealing the diamonds. Doc sneaked out again and told the others. What should we do? They asked. Happy spotted the flowers that Dopey had dropped. The flowers gave him an idea. He waved the flowers under Sneezy's nose. Sneezy felt a tickle in his nose. He started to sneeze. Chew! The sneeze echoed through the mine. It made a terrible noise. It scared the robber out of its wits. The robber ran away as fast as he could and was never seen again. How the dwarves laughed. But we still don't know where Dopey is, said Doc. Maybe Snow White can help us, Bashful said. Good idea, said Doc. Grumpy locked up the mine again. That's the last time, and let somebody else carry the key, he said. Then the dwarves set out to see Snow White. Snow White lived at the castle with her prince. Dopey is missing, Doc called to her. Snow White ran downstairs and opened the door. Come in, she said, and tell me what happened. Doc told Snow White the whole story. Dopey could be anywhere, he said. How could we find him? I think I know of the way, said Snow White. She led the dwarves upstairs, up some dark stairs. They went round and round and round until they reached the top of the castle. At the top of the castle was a dusty attic. Snow White led the dwarves into it. They saw the room filled with old things that no one used anymore. Snow White uncovered a magic mirror. She said to the face in it, Mirror, mirror, shining bright, where does Dopey spend the night? The face faded away, and in the mirror was the picture of a house in the forest. I know that house, Grumpy cried. Dopey must be there. Snow White and the dwarves walked deep into the forest. At last they came to the house they had seen in the mirror. They tiptoed up to the window and peeked in. There was Dopey, fast sound asleep. Doc ran inside and shook Dopey awake. Don't be angry with him, said Snow White. Snow White kissed Dopey on the head. I'm glad you are safe, she said. Snow White and the 7 dwarfs walked happily back to the castle. Good night, thank you for your help, the dwarfs called to Snow White. Doc spoke to Dopey before going to bed. Remember, don't wander away. Don't go off with strangers. And don't go into strange houses. Dopey nodded his head. He would never forget. The end. So, I hope you enjoyed a story about Dopey who got lost in a mine and fell out the woods. I think it's quite different to if Disney Snow and the 7 Dwarfs. So it was a great honour to celebrate for one of the 100 years of Disney since 1923. behind the legacy of animation studios has been changed over time in the past decades. Okay, so that's it for all, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. So remember, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification. And don't miss out the future videos, especially upcoming contents. And also, there is a social media links. This is just below of a video description. You can find me on Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. You probably might realise you saw on the intro already earlier. Okay, so please stay tuned for the next future videos, and especially for another coming up festive contents. Okay, so thank you very much, and don't forget to like and leave a comment down below. Okay, so I'll see you all guys later, and thank you very much, and see you soon.